Hey crafters, welcome to today's video. We're going to be talking about sublimation on a budget. So this is a sublimation for beginners video. I'm going to be talking about the supplies you're going to want to get started, ways to save a lot of money, and exactly how to do it, because I took this Epson Eco Tank and converted it into a sublimation printer. And I'm saying that because the whole converting a printer intimidated me for years. I thought it would be expensive. I had no idea how to do it. I'm not tech savvy. I don't know how to do that stuff. Well, let me tell you, it was so simple, and I filmed exactly how to do it, so we're gonna do it together today. Alrighty, so we're gonna start off with what supplies you're going to want to get started with sublimation. So the first thing you're going to want is a printer. So let's talk about printers. You can absolutely spend the money and go and get a sublimation printer if you want to. They have amazing sublimation printers. I think one of them is the Sawgrass. It's super popular. There are some other ones as well. And if you have a sublimation printer or any printer that you use for sublimation or any sublimation tips, I would love it if you would leave it down below in the comments. Let me know if you're interested in sublimation and any of those things, because honestly, like I said, I was intimidated for years, and now that I know what I know, I wish I started sooner. So that's why I'm here today filming this video. So I did not have the money to go out and buy a sublimation printer, but I did have the money to go and get a Epson Eco Tank. I chose to get a little bit more of an expensive version of the Eco Tank. You can get any one you want. Where I lived, they were out of everything. We're having shortages here. So I went ahead and just grabbed this one. It was like $400 Canadian, so not the end of the world, but still a pretty penny compared to other printers that you could get. So I went ahead and got that. So if you are not getting a sublimation printer and you want to get a printer that you can convert, instead of getting a printer that has the cartridges, you want it to have some type of ink tank. So this is the Epson Eco Tank. They have tons of versions ranging in prices, okay? So the one that I use for my regular printer right down here, I could have used it as well, but it already had ink in it, so it was kind of, you know, too far gone at that point. So what I did, I purchased this. I took it out of the box, and all I had to do was lift up this scanny thingy, lift up here, and right here, I just had to pour my sublimation ink into the corresponding colors. Literally all you had to do is pour the ink in it to convert your printer. Tell me why no one explained that to me. Why for years did I think you had to do like all this tech stuff and that it was so difficult and you had to like go and make it all sciencey with all that? No, you literally take the bottle, pour it in like you would the regular ink. It's absolutely no different than filling your regular printer with ink, except the ink that you put in is just sublimation ink. The bottle is the same and everything, it just says sublimation ink. So here are the other supplies that I used as well, and I'm showing you exactly how I filled it here. So I went ahead and I grabbed myself some A-Sub sublimation paper. I grabbed this off of Amazon. It's super popular in the sublimation community, so I wanted to try it out. I also grabbed some heat-resistant tape. You can pick this up at Michael's and Hobby Lobby. It's normally by the Infusible ink because it's the same one you would use for that. Then of course, like I said, the printer, and then I also grabbed some sublimation ink. So a really popular ink brand is Cosmos, but the one that I grabbed today was Hippo. That one's another super popular one that I see a lot, so let me know in the comments down below if you have any suggestions for ink that I didn't mention, because I'm looking for all the tips for sublimation. Once I filled up the ink like I would with any other printer, I went ahead and just closed it. I followed the prompts to set up my printer with my computer, and that was just with the instruction manual. It was super simple, so just read the manual. It was like a few little steps, and I had to just set it up on Wi-Fi, so it's Bluetooth, which is amazing, and it was done. That was it. It literally took me not even 5 minutes to convert this printer. And I don't even like the word convert at this point because I think it's too intimidating. It took me 5 minutes to fill the printer with sublimation ink. That's all I had to do. Like, I was so shocked. I wish I did this sooner, and I wish I found this out sooner. So that's why I'm here today to tell you, if you have dreams of starting sublimation, adding it to your business, do it. It's so easy, and it doesn't have to be as expensive as they make it seem. Another thing I did forget to mention is I do have a heat press. It is back here. I have a 5-in-1, so it's great because I didn't have to go out and purchase like a whole other mug press. But if you are wanting to make like sublimation mugs, you would need some type of heat source. You could use a convection oven, which is like those little toaster thingies that people have, like those little ovens that sit on your countertop. But then it's kind of tricky. You need like a little thermometer thing, and it can cause some issues. So you could definitely do it that way, and that's way more affordable. But if you want to pick up like a Cricut mug press, if you already have a mug press, or maybe you just want to make sublimation shirts, awesome. You just need a heat press. You can use your Cricut Easy Press, whatever you have. So you don't have to go out and get anything crazy specifically for sublimation when it comes to the heat source. Something to mention about the printer as well, make sure if you got any type of warranty or anything, you read that in the instructions if you care about that part, because adding sublimation ink into your printer is more than likely going to void the warranty or any of those kind of manufacturer things, because at that point they cannot guarantee, or you're kind of using aftermarket ink instead of the one that they suggest for their printer for regular printing. So just be aware of that if that's something that you really care about and want to make sure that you still get that warranty and all that fun stuff. Myself, I don't care about that stuff. I don't really get the warranty for my printer or anything like that, so I just did what I wanted to do and saved myself a lot of money. Now, how do you make your sublimation prints? How do you make your designs? How do you do all that? Well, I paid for the $1 for the first month, and then now I pay for the monthly subscription, but try it out for the $1. The link's down below. You can cancel at any time, and so try it out for the $1, see if you like it. It's great for Cricut crafts as well because they have SVGs, fonts, and all of that fun stuff, so I love using it for my crafting. They have tons of beautiful sublimation projects, so I don't have to go and pay for them off of Etsy or other places. It's so much cheaper on Creative Fabrica, and they're stunning. So highly recommend. That's kind of what got me so much interested in sublimation. So yesterday was the first day that I had it. I cracked open my sublimation printer, and immediately once it was set up, I made some mugs. Now I'm not going to show you because one of them is a family member's gift, and I don't want to show the pictures of them and their partner, so I'm going to respectfully not show that. But it was super easy to make. I also made one with my kids and then my niece and nephew. I personally don't feel comfortable sharing pictures of other people's kids on the internet, so I'm not going to share that either, but I will be doing a tutorial exactly how to make a sublimation mug. We're going to do the photo version of the sublimation mug because I feel like that's really popular and that's a really great one to do with your business as well. So we're going to do that. So that tutorial is going to be up my next video, so stay tuned for that. I will leave it right down below as soon as it's posted, and right up here as soon as it's posted you will see it, but it's going to be my next video coming out. It was so easy to do as well, and I actually did it directly on Cricut Design Space, which is why this is something I'm including in my Cricut series, because I was able to use Cricut Design Space and their little heat press sublimation infusible ink wraps for the mugs, and then I created my own design. I overlaid photos. It was super simple. You could totally design this on Canva or some other site as well, but I liked to do it directly on Cricut Design Space, and then I did it in a print then cut version. I went ahead and then cut it out on my Cricut as well, which I really thought was great that I could do that, and then I went ahead, put it in my heat press, and it turned out stunning. So that tutorial is coming out really soon. If you want any other tutorials, like a t-shirt one is definitely coming out very soon, and anything else you want to learn about sublimation or know, let me know in the comments down below. I've done tons of research and I've already done so much with my sublimation printer. I'm so excited to share so much more with you all. So I will see you all in the next one. Happy crafting, and it's time to sublimate, baby. Alrighty, bye for now.